Welcome to the Western Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as the facilitator for our session today. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first announcement, your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters are unable to see or hear you. Second announcement, you can use the Q&A feature in Zoom to type your questions to our presenters at any point throughout our session today. Third announcement, this is just one of a few different sessions that we're offering, so feel free to visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded, and you can access that recording by visiting strivescan.com/WACAC. With all of that said, I want to go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter from the University of Kansas.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Bankston with the University of Kansas. I am your regional admissions rep, so feel free to reach out to me at any point in the future. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have that come up regarding KU. A little bit about KU. We've got about a student population of 19,000 students. That's been pretty consistent over the years. A typical student comes in at about a 3.64 GPA, and if applicable, most students come in with about a 25 ACT. Roughly 40% of our students are out of state, with students represented from all 50 states, 110 different countries. So awesome student population at KU. And something we're really proud about is that 26% of our students are represented as students of color. We have over 400 undergrad fields of study, so a whole lot to choose from when it comes to what you want to study, whether it's an exploratory pathway or whether it's business, engineering, education, music, architecture, and many more. So feel free to let me know if you have any questions about any specific academic majors at KU. But one of the best things about KU is Lawrence. That's where we're located. I'll get to kind of our proximity and where we're located in Kansas, but Lawrence itself is a top 10 college town, population about 90,000. So it's a pretty good sized college town, but it is very much a quintessential college town where everything going on in the college kind of runs everything going on in the city. And Mass Street is our kind of famous downtown area where a lot of students spend a lot of time. But if you want to get out, we've got over 500 miles of hiking and biking and all sorts of good live music opportunities to go and attend. The proximity that I mentioned, we're kind of smack dab in the middle of two metropolitan areas between Kansas City and Topeka. So a lot of opportunity for our students to get involved, but also get involved in bigger metropolitan areas if that's something you're looking for. Our Jayhawk identity is something that's really special to us. One of those ways of kind of creating your own identity at KU is living community. So we have a really diverse options as far as all of the things that you could do as far as living and whom you want to live with, all that good stuff. But one of the best things about KU is our alumni. We've got over 350,000 alumni worldwide that are very helpful to our current students, but also very helpful to students who graduated and want to move out to who knows where in the US, but we've got alumni everywhere. And then one of the other ways that you can kind of create your identity at KU is joining one of the 600 clubs and organizations that we have. So lots to choose from, but you name it, we've got it when it comes to clubs. And it is truly one of the best ways to get involved on campus. As far as admissions go to KU, we do have an assured admission criteria, and that'll get you admitted into our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences at the least. And with that, a 3.25 GPA will get you assured admission to KU, no test scores needed. But if you do have them, an ACT score of at least 21 or an SAT of 1060 will also get you admitted to KU, assured admission to KU. We have 5 different out-of-state scholarships that are really generous. strictly based off of GPA. So anywhere between a 3.25 and up, you'll be receiving between $8,000 to $16,000 per year to offset some of the out-of-state tuition costs, which is really nice. And last but not least, there is only one place where you can be a Jayhawk, and that's at KU. So something that's really special to all of us as Jayhawks, and it's an amazing place. So please let me know if you have any questions. We're doing visits many times throughout this fall. So if you have any questions about visiting KU, please let me know, and I can definitely help you out. But with that, just want to say thank you and rock chalk, and please reach out with any questions.
Thank you, Justin. Our next presenter is from Oklahoma State University.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Caitlin Middleton, and I am the admissions counselor for the state of California. I am with Oklahoma State. So we are located in Stillwater, Oklahoma, which is going to be your traditional college town. It is a small town with a large school. Trying to get this to go to the next slide. Sorry. So we are about an hour north of Oklahoma City and about an hour west of Tulsa. We do have a regional airport located in Stillwater, or we have international airports in Oklahoma City as well as Tulsa. Like I said, traditional college town, small town, big school. We have about 22,000 undergraduate students. 26% of our students do come from out of state, so you will not be alone in that. And we represent all 50 states as well as over 100 countries. So we have a diverse student population on campus. We are a land grant institution, which essentially just means that the land was granted to us by the government. So that gives us more opportunities for scholarships as well as research opportunities. So all of our learning styles are very hands-on. Lots of great scholarship opportunities as well as research opportunities as an undergraduate student. So we are a top tier research institution, and we have a top 10 ranked honors program. We have over 200 majors across 5 academic colleges to choose from. Some of our most unique majors are going to be professional pilot, design, merchandising, architecture, and interior design. So we do have the only vet school in the state of Oklahoma. So we have a large and small animal hospital located right on our campus. We also have over 15 working farms and barns that are located within a 5-mile radius of our campus. For our College of Engineering, Architecture, and Technology, this is a great academic college that is just growing. So the picture at the bottom right is our Endeavor Lab. So this is a building that is nothing but labs for undergraduate students to get that real life experience. And then our Spears School of Business has a lot of different majors for you to choose from, as well as services within the college that help you after your 4 years. So if you are wanting to be an entrepreneur, we have a department that you can pitch your idea to. They'll give you feedback and even link you to some investors. So lots of great things in and out of the classroom at OSU. So our application is currently open. If you are a junior or below, our application will always open on July 1st. So you will apply on our website. We are not on Common App, and that is because your application to the university will double as your application for scholarships. We are test optional, so you can choose whether to submit that or not. And then your scholarships is just going to be the essays and the leadership component. So we have assured admissions, meaning that if you meet one of these 3 criteria, then you are guaranteed to be admitted to OSU. But if you don't, or if you are test optional, we also have comprehensive review, which just means that we are going to look at more than just test score and GPA. We're going to look at things you're involved in, as well as how you answer your essays and just how you are as a student. So we have a couple of scholarships for our out-of-state students. This one is an assured scholarship. So if you do have a test score, if you have a 3.0 unweighted GPA and a 24 test score, you are going to get $10,000 per year for 4 years. The higher the test score, the higher the scholarship, and that is guaranteed. Now, if you don't have a test score, or if you fall below the 24, we have some GPA only scholarships. So this is unweighted. And then say you have a 3.25, you're going to get $6,000 per year for 4 years, and so on. Now, there's a lot of great things about being a cowboy. Our student organizations are one of them. We have over 500 organizations for you to choose from and over like 50 intramurals to choose from. So lots of ways to get involved on campus. There's something for everyone, truly. Study abroad programs. Every academic college has their own study abroad program. And then networking and career services. So every academic college has a career fair as well as a career services center that's going to help you with interviews, your resume, and all of those things to help you after graduation. We are home to America's greatest homecoming. So we just had this past weekend, and it is unreal. The town triples overnight. There's always something going on every night of the week. It is something that you truly just have to experience. It's the greatest thing about being a cowboy. And then if you want to come to our campus, we do have daily tours every day at 9:30 a.m. and then Fridays at 9:30 and 1:30. And we also have some virtual options that you can choose from on our website. And like I said, my name is Caitlin Middleton. This is my phone number and my email. So if I can help answer any questions about OSU, please feel free to reach out. Thanks, and go Pokes.
Thanks, Caitlin. Our next presenter is from the University of Nebraska, Lincoln.
All right, well, hello, everyone. My name is Natasha Roberts. I am the Regional Recruitment Specialist based in Southern California for the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. We are a large public Tier 1 research university located in, you guessed it, Lincoln, Nebraska. We are a land-grant university and the flagship institution for the state of Nebraska with just over 20,000 undergraduate students from all over the country and world. So we're actually one of the smaller populations within the Big Ten Alliance. We have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio with our average size class size being 35. So we do a really fantastic job of making that large school feel small. We really pride ourselves on giving personalized, individualized attention to every single student. I mentioned we're a part of the Big Ten Alliance, which means our Division I athletics are a part of the Big Ten Athletic Conference. And what that means for you are big game days, right? So nothing compares to Big Ten sports in the Midwest, especially college football. We can pack 90,000 Husker fans into Memorial Stadium and have the most devoted fans in the country. There are no professional sports teams in Nebraska, so all the energy for sports in the state goes towards our teams. Husker athletics are a really big deal. This is the reason why we have the longest college football sellout streak in the nation, dating back to 1962. So this stadium behind me has looked like this for every single game for 59 years. So being in Lincoln on game day is really electric. The whole city is decked out in red. Our school pride and traditions means you're a part of something bigger. At Nebraska, not only as a part of our campus, but also as a part of the greater community of Lincoln. Lincoln really is the ultimate college city. Our campus is interconnected to downtown. It's the heart of what has officially been called the Silicon Prairie, with over 100 startup companies hiring directly from our university. Offers over 150 miles of hiking and biking trails, as well as nearly the highest amount of parkland per capita in the country. So Lincoln really is a perfect combination of city and nature. It's also the third largest city in the Big Ten, but like I mentioned, we have one of the smallest campus populations. So you're really getting the benefits of being in a large city with the feel of a friendly Midwestern community. You've probably heard of other schools being within a college city, but what makes Lincoln the ultimate college city is affordability, safety, and friendliness. Lincoln is ranked the second most affordable college town in the nation, and UNL is ranked within the top 100 safest college communities. But the biggest bonus is that people in Nebraska are super friendly. We are so friendly that our slogan in the state is literally Nebraska nice. And we offer over 150 different programs amongst 9 colleges, as broad as engineering and architecture, to as specific as food technology for companion animals and PGA golf management. We have 31 different majors in agriculture. Our actuarial science program has a reputation for being one of the best in the country. Our journalism program has the first of its kind journalism drone laboratory, and we pioneered one of the world's first undergraduate psychology programs. So as you can see, any direction you go, you'll find a stellar program, incredible opportunities. We have an exploratory and pre-professional advising center. That's where you'll find all your pre-professional programs, pre-health, pre-dental, pre-nursing, pre-law, pre-vet as well. And we also have 3 different honors programs for those students looking for that elevated individualized education. And as a Tier 1 research institution, we're all about research, collaborating with hands-on experience. We have over 500 clubs and organizations to get involved in, like our livestock judging team or our theme park design club. We have study abroad programs in over 70 different countries, dozens of centers and resources on campus, like our Office of Academic Success and Intercultural Services. In terms of research and internships, to show you the extent of our facilities on campus, we have 12 laboratories in our computer science and engineering program alone. We have a brand new crime scene house for our forensic science majors, and a new Husker hotel called the Scarlet that's opening in 2023 for our hospitality, tourism, and restaurant management majors. You could also be gaining hands-on experience through our first-year learning community within our freshman residence halls. We have 28 different learning communities that offer a great way for students to learn together and gain experiences, connect not just with other freshmen, but also upperclassmen as well as faculty and staff. But ultimately, everything I mentioned this evening is to give you a fantastic education so you can go on and do big things, right? That's what it's all about. So whether it's starting a company, working for John Deere or NASA, our students are going on to do big things, and we know you'll do some pretty incredible things too as a Husker. So how can you apply? We're really easy. Rolling admission, you can apply anytime between August 1st and May 1st. Similar to my colleagues before me, we are assured admission. So that means we could admit you within 48 hours because if you meet one performance requirement on the left and all of our core course requirements, you are guaranteed admission as long as you fulfill our dates and deadlines. All of our students are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships. Those can go up to $20,000. We do also have a scholarship statement that is due February 1st. Those are for smaller scholarships for leadership and diversity. We're constantly ranked a Best Buy and a Best Value school. We have one of the lowest tuitions in the Big Ten, so there's really no question about the value of your education at Nebraska. And like everyone else here, we're offering campus tours. We have been since last fall. So if you feel comfortable to come out to beautiful Lincoln, Nebraska, we definitely encourage you to do so, or check us out online. We have lots of virtual options as well. And there's my information. I'm based in California. I'll drop all of my information in the chat as well. If there are any seniors, please reach out to me for a fee waiver code, and go Big Red.
Thank you, Natasha. Our next presenter is from the Milwaukee School of Engineering.
All right, so my name is Anna Burkhardt. I am an admission counselor at Milwaukee School of Engineering, and I would love to share a little bit about the university. So we're located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, right downtown in Milwaukee. So there's tons to do in the area, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but we do have a 4-year graduation guarantee. For students, we mostly have engineering programs, I would say. That's our main focus, hence the name. But we also have a highly ranked nursing program as well as business and user experience. And so what's included in our 4-year graduation guarantee is that as long as you stay on track and take all the classes that we tell you to, we can guarantee that you'll get in and out within 4 years. And part of the reason we have that guarantee is because we're a direct entry institution. And so we don't have pre-engineering or like pre-nursing tracks. Once you're admitted into Milwaukee School of Engineering, you're admitted directly into your program. So you start taking software engineering courses from day one. You know, you start taking computer science classes day one, which is nice. You really get to know if this is the major that you want to work on and could see yourself having a career in. We are a smaller university, so we only have less than 3,000 students, including our graduate students. But because of that, you really get one-on-one attention with your faculty and all your professors. They really get to know your name, they get to know when you struggle, and kind of help you out that way, which is really nice. So like I said before, we do only have about 15 majors. So we don't offer, tons of liberal arts or anything like that. We're really focused on engineering, business, user experience, and then nursing. Because we're a smaller school and we can give you that one-on-one attention from our faculty, our graduation outcome rate is, really high. Our students do end up getting job offers usually before they even graduate, which is really nice to have that assurance within your last year that you already have signed a contract. Your starting salary, on average is around $65,000, so that's really nice too. And we were voted based on the U.S. News and World Report this past year to be within the top 10 of the best universities in the Midwest. So really proud of that. All right, so we are a Division III university, so there's no athletic scholarships we don't give out, but we are still super competitive with our Division III sports. And so we offer over 20 Division III varsity programs. We're expanding even more to attract more women in these STEM fields and female athletes. And so we're going to have a new women's hockey team, women's lacrosse, swimming, the list goes on and on. So that attracts a lot of students. You get a really good education and you also get to compete in your sport as well, which is really nice. And then we do have a lot of ways to get involved on campus. We have over 100 student clubs and organizations. Some of these are academic based, like for our civil engineering students, they have a club. And then some of them are fun, like unicycling clubs. So lots of ways to get involved outside of the classroom. And our curriculum across the board, no matter what your major is going to be very hands-on and applications based. And so all of our classes are led by professors. There's no teaching assistants. That everyone who's teaching your classes and your labs are all faculty members with at least 7 to 10 years of industry experience. So they know what they're talking about, which is really nice. And then because we are located downtown, we do have 3 residence halls on campus. If you live further than 30 miles from Milwaukee, you do have to live on campus your first 2 years. But these are really nice state-of-the-art facilities, really great way to, move to Milwaukee and make the transition really easy that way, get involved on campus. So, and then every single student who is accepted to Milwaukee School of Engineering does receive a scholarship. That ranges anywhere from $10,000 up to about $26,000 per year. So just depending on your unweighted GPA is kind of how we determine what that merit scholarship is. We are in a quarter system currently. So we have 3 quarters that make up the academic year instead of 2 semesters. We're going to be switching to a semester system in fall of 2023, which will model a lot of the other universities that have talked on this webinar. So, and then here's just a list of all the programs that we offer. I want to talk a little bit about internships because that's one thing that I think that we do very well at Milwaukee School of Engineering. About 90 to 98% of our students do participate in internships and get offered internships, some starting in between their freshman and sophomore years. And then as you go out through each of the 4 years, more and more students do end up doing internships. Just a really great way to get industry experience, kind of beef up your resume, and kind of speaks to why all of our graduates so easily get jobs right after graduating. And again, that 4-year graduation guarantee. So you're not having to worry about not getting into a class and having to take it, the next year, which will set you off track. So we want to save you as much money as we can. And then here's just a little bit of our contact information. Our admission criteria is pretty simple. We don't require an essay, no letters of recommendation, anything like that. We're test optional, but we do require pre-calculus just because of all the engineering programs we offer, we want to make sure that you, are prepared academically for that. So it's a free application and feel free to visit on campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Our next presenter is from Northland College.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. So I'm Abigail. I am an admissions counselor for Northland. And yeah, let's get started. So founded in 1892, Northland is a community of just about 600 students. And our average class sizes are about 15. So on the smaller end, I've definitely had classes at Northland that were even 5, 6 people. So it can get really comfortable there. And this awesome photo of the winter is really great. Snow has kind of just started to fall in the Midwest here and there. So it's kind of exciting to look forward to that. Northland is located in the Chequamegon Bay in Ashland, Wisconsin. You can see kind of up at the top there. We're about an hour from Duluth and about 3 hours from Minneapolis, and then about 6 hours from the Milwaukee-Madison area. And Ashland is a small city of about 8,000 people, and it's also right along the shores of Lake Superior, the largest freshwater lake in the world. And then you can see Northland's campus here. We have about 100 acres and we're kind of right on the edge of town. So Ashland behind us, and then the other way is about 1 million acres of national forests and public lands. So really great like hiking, biking, camping, really close by to campus, all within like 30, 45 minutes, which is nice. And then Northland is a private liberal arts school. So essentially liberal arts kind of means educating the whole person. So you're taking really an array of classes in the humanities, the sciences, the arts, kind of whatever you decide to study, you'll take all of these classes to get a broad range of skills and perspective. But we do have a little bit of a twist there in that our big curriculum kind of focuses on the environment, sustainability, and social justice. And so you can see some of our majors here. Some of our Northland specific majors would be things like natural resources, which includes forestry, ecological restoration, and fisheries and wildlife ecology. So great if you want to be like a game warden, work for the National Park Service, kind of things like that. Otherwise, we have things like outdoor education, sustainable community development, and humanity and nature studies. And we do have some newer programs as well, like climate science is a major, and then climate change studies is a minor, and then sustainable agriculture and sports management within our business program. And speaking of sports, we are an NCSA Division III school in athletics. So we have 14 sport teams, and about 38% of our students are participating in those. And then the community at Northland, I think, is really nice. So about 75% of students are living on campus in the dorms. We have about 20 clubs. We have 3 student publications. We have lots of work study jobs, things like a gear rental store, a free thrift store, a bike shop, a garden, a compost. So we're all kind of working together to make campus fun. And it's a great time to kind of make friends and make connections with people. And it's kind of a really supportive community. And our location definitely is super important to a lot of what we do. So Lake Superior being kind of the largest freshwater lake in the world, it's really, really big. It's really kind of powerful. It creates a lot of its own weather patterns, which is neat. So we get a lot of snow because of it. So if you're, curious about learning to ski or ice skate, snowshoe, do kind of any of those fun winter things, it's a really great area. But also, summer things like camping, hiking, biking, paddleboarding. We're really close to the Apostle Islands. There's 22 islands in the bay here, just about 30 minutes from campus. And a lot of people do like sea kayaking, where you can go island hopping and stuff. Really, really fun. And for academics, we definitely have a lot of hands-on learning. We live in such a beautiful area with tons of natural resources. And so our classes are really often going out to get that hands-on experience. For like biology and natural resources, they might be tracking carnivores or climbing trees to research flying squirrels, or identifying birds and plant species, lots of things like that. And our application, so we are accepting applications for the fall. It's free and it is optional to send in test scores, essays, and letters of recommendation. And we have rolling admission, so no big deadlines coming up, and we usually get students a decision back in about 2 weeks or so. And we also have scholarships, so it starts at $22,000 a year and goes up from there. And then of course, encouraging everyone to file the FAFSA if you're able to. And the nice thing about Northland is that there isn't a difference in tuition between in-state versus out of state. So that can really help if you're going far away. Awesome. Okay, that's my information about Northland. Definitely check out our website. We have some social media pages. We are on TikTok, which is kind of fun. Some cute videos on there. But if you do have questions or want to talk more, definitely feel free to reach out to us at Northland. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thanks, Abigail. Our next presenter is from the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Nicole Balk, and I'm one of the admission counselors at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and also a proud alum of the university. I'm the admissions counselor for the state of California as well. So my contact information is listed on the screen. So feel free to reach out to me directly at any point if you have any questions. So for those that might not be as familiar with our university, we are a large public research university and the flagship university in the state of Wisconsin. We're located right in the heart of downtown Madison and the state capital of Wisconsin. And we have just about 30,000 total undergraduate students on campus. And I've been on a growth trend the past few years, bringing in some of our largest classes ever for freshman students and topped out at just over 8,000 new freshmen in this last incoming class. As a student here, I really loved getting to meet people from all over the world. Our student body is really well represented with students coming from more than 120 different countries and from all 50 states. So definitely getting that global experience at Wisconsin. Another thing that was really important to me when I was looking for schools was not wanting to feel like just a number where I was going. And I never felt like that at UW. We do have a larger university, but we still have just a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio and a 31 average class size. So still definitely get that more one-on-one personal connection with professors and that more individualized attention that was really important for me. For those who have not visited campus before, this is a really nice visual kind of showing where we are. The bottom right corner shows where we are in relation to some larger cities in the Midwest. So for our out-of-state students, we do have an airport right in Madison. Otherwise, a lot of students will also fly into Chicago, which is about 2 hours, or Milwaukee, which is just about an hour and a half from us. We also have really great bus systems that take students to and from campus to the airport. So super convenient if you're going home over the holidays or for other breaks, if you want to get back and forth a little bit quicker. The city of Madison is a beautiful area. I'm biased since I still live here, but as you can see on the screen too, it has been ranked very highly on many different lists. We are part of Division I, so we're in the Big Ten Conference. So college sports is a huge thing on our campus, and we've actually been rated as the #1 greatest college sports town. So even if athletics isn't really one of your biggest interests, it's still really cool just to see everybody decked out in red on game days and really gives you that strong sense of school spirit and school pride on campus and the city of Madison itself. We've also been ranked just recently as the #1 on livability.com's top 100 places to live in the US. So really excited to see that others are also recognizing how special of a place Madison is. We're located in between 2 lakes too. So one of our student unions is right along the lakeside. So even though it is a larger city, you never feel like you're in a big city here. It still definitely has that small town feel with lots of biking trails that go throughout campus and green space. And it's really well connected to the downtown city of Madison. You can see the state capitol there. So definitely that traditional college sports town and something that's a really cool area to be living in. In terms of academics, we do have 126 different undergraduate majors separated into our 8 undergraduate schools and colleges listed on the screen. And we also have a variety of different certificate programs. Certificates are really our version of minors at UW-Madison, since we don't have any actual minors, but it does allow you to specify in a certain area of interest that you might have without actually having to take the full amount of credits that a major would require. Just to touch on quickly our School of Business and College of Engineering, since they do offer direct entry for freshmen. So if anyone's thinking of something within business or engineering, make sure to list one of those majors as your first choice when you're applying, since that's how we'll review you for those direct entry programs. You'll be asked to list 2 different majors, because if you aren't as competitive for direct entry, we can then still admit you to the general university as a whole. In terms of how we do admission reviews, we utilize what we call a holistic review, meaning that we take a look at everything you submit and don't use any formulas. We don't have minimum or cutoff GPAs, but the academic piece there is always going to be the most important, since we want to ensure that you have that foundation to find success on our campus. We do review you in the context of your own high school, so we like to see students that are taking advantage of the coursework that's available to them and also doing well in those courses. Beyond the academic piece, we're also looking for students who have been involved in their communities and their schools. We recognize that that looks different for every student, so just making sure to highlight any involvement that you might have had through student organizations or sports, any family responsibilities, or if you've been working or volunteering, anything that you can share with us just gives us a much better picture of who you are and what you've been involved with. And along with that, highlighting any leadership positions you might have had or any formal or informal roles really just gives us, again, looking for students who are going to continue to be leaders on our campus and gives us that better picture. For our deadlines, we just passed our November 1st early action deadline, but if anyone is applying for seniors, you do have until the 8th to submit any additional application materials. Otherwise, we also have a February 1st regular decision deadline, and those decisions go out by the end of March, with our early action decisions going out by the end of January. Listed on the screen there are all the required pieces that you'll be asked to submit. We do accept both the Common App and the UW system application, but noting that Common App is going to be most common outside of the state of Wisconsin. And just to highlight that we are in our second year of being test optional, so it's up to you if you would like to submit an ACT or SAT as part of your application, and just know that you won't be penalized at all if you choose not to submit those scores. We also recognize that how to finance your education is going to be a major driver and where you ultimately end up attending. So make sure to visit our financial aid website. They do have a great cost of attendance calculator to get you a general sense of what your cost might be. Our scholarship website is our Wisconsin Scholarship Hub, or WISH for short, which gives you access to all of our UW-Madison scholarships, and you'll have access to that as soon as you submit an application with us, so not something that you have to wait to apply for. And also make sure that you do submit the FAFSA, or the free application for federal student aid. The priority deadline we've set as December 1st, so that you should hopefully get your financial aid package back right around the time of your admission decision. And lastly, I will just end on our contact slide here. If you're not already on our mailing list and would like to be added, we do try to send information specific to your interests, so you can visit our website there. And our campus visit option website is also listed on the bottom. We do have a variety of both in-person and virtual options, so we'd love to see you if you're planning to make some trips out. Otherwise, check out our virtual campus tour as well, just to get a good sense of what our campus in the city of Madison look like. Thank you all for your time, and on Wisconsin.
Thank you, Nicole. So that concludes the presentation portion of our session. We're now going to move on to the Q&A. I want to encourage all of our presenters to return. Feel free to turn your cameras on, and I will pose a question to the group. Our presenters will respond to the question in the order in which they presented. The question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, so I think the most important advice would be to keep an open mind about any college that you're looking at. Take a deep dive into all of your options and maybe a few that you don't think are options, but potentially could be if you explore everything. So yeah, keep your options open.
Hi, everyone. My piece of advice would be to visit campus. So visit any school that you're interested in, because you may have an idea of what it's like, but when you get on campus, it might be completely different. Like the vibe might be different, or you might not even be interested in a school, but once you get on campus, you feel at home. So always visit where you're interested in.
And my advice is very simple and always the same. get organized. It's so easy to do. You're likely going to be applying to more than one university, and we're all going to give you a different ID number and different login information, different website, different student portals. So get a spreadsheet going, whether it's writing it down or Excel spreadsheet, and get all of those things organized, because the last thing you want to be doing is calling a university asking to reset your login information so that you can focus on the fun things and the campus tours and all that good stuff. So really, really easy to just get organized right off the bat.
And I would say to fill out the FAFSA, even if you think your family makes, like way too much money to qualify for financial aid, just fill it out, because you'd be surprised at how much extra aid you can get through the government. Some sticker prices of university debt are super high and seem unattainable, but with financial aid, they can really be brought down to a more reasonable amount. So fill out the FAFSA, submit it, and send it to all the schools.
My advice would probably be to apply for outside scholarships as early as you can, start applications now, and then also keep in mind to apply to scholarships every single year you're in college. There's scholarships for sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and that can really help, pay down your debt, make college more affordable. So definitely start early.
My advice would also be just to plan ahead and apply to things early. We just are going through past our early action deadline the other day, and we've been dealing with a lot of phone calls and panicked students and counselors and parents that things didn't submit like they thought. There's always a technology breakdown. So if you can, try to plan ahead and try not to wait till the very last minute to submit an application or submit a scholarship application. And do give your teachers some extra time too, especially for any younger students in the room. If you can give your teachers even over the summer to write a recommendation letter before you're starting to apply, I know that they really, really appreciate that extra time, and they can put some more effort into those recommendations for you. So just along with staying organized, making sure that you're aware of deadlines and trying to apply before those hit.
Thank you all for the advice. So that concludes our virtual college fair for today. But I do have a few closing announcements. As you exit from this session, a survey will appear. It's approximately 5 questions or so, but please complete the survey. It's extremely helpful as we aim to improve our virtual college fair offerings. I also want to remind you that you can visit our registration site to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, you can access this recording at tryscan.com/WACAC. With all that said, I want to thank our presenters for joining us, but also thank you to all of our attendees. I hope everyone has a great day.